Class 7, Science Chapter 17. Forests are lifeline. Animated Science. A forest is a vast expanse covered with trees. About 1/3 of the land on Earth is covered with forests. The forests are a very valuable natural resource on this Earth. The forests are a natural dwelling of numerous plants and animals, which are also called the components of a forest. In this chapter, we will learn about the various components of a forest. We will also learn about the significance of forests and why we should conserve them. Plants in a forest. Some common types of plants found in forests are trees like teak, bamboo, fig, sal, sesame, simal, neem, palash, kher, amla, kachnar, etc. Forests also have several kinds of shrubs, herbs, and grasses, climbers, creepers, etc. The branchy part of a tree above the stem is called the crown of the tree. The crowns of trees have different shapes. Forests are divided into 3 different layers: the forest floor, the understory, and the canopy. The branches and leaves of all tall trees look like a roof over the other plants in the forest. This is called a canopy. The canopy forms the uppermost part of the forest. The canopy grows so thick and close together that rain falling on it can take 10 minutes to reach the ground. Many amazing plants and animals are found here. Under the canopy but above the ground is the understory. The crowns of trees create different horizontal layers in the forest. These are called understory. Many flowers grow in the understory, and thousands of birds and butterflies find their food there. The lowest part of the forest is the forest floor. The forest floor is comprised of soil, dead plants and animals, and small plants such as grasses, herbs, and wildflowers. The understory contains small trees or bushes and is also called the shrub layer. Trees in a forest have different heights, crowns, shapes of leaves, flowers, and fruits. Animals and plants in the forest help it grow and regenerate. The wide variety of animals and plants help the forest regenerate and grow. The forests are perfect recycling factories of nature. Here, nothing goes waste. Forest is a system comprising various plants, animals, and microorganisms. The various components of the forest are interdependent on one another. In the forest, plants produce food. Such food-producing plants are called autotrophs. All animals, whether herbivorous or carnivorous, depend ultimately on plants for food. Such animals are called heterotrophs. Organisms which feed on plants often gets eaten by other organisms, and so on. For example, the grass is eaten by insects, which in turn is taken by the frog. The frog is consumed by snakes. This is said to form a food chain: grass, insects, rat, snake, eagle. Many food chains can be found in the forest. All food chains are linked. If any one food chain is disturbed, it affects other food chains. These food chains produce a lot of supplementary products which are vital for the plant growth. The microorganisms which convert the dead plants and animals to humus are known as decomposers. They feed upon the dead plant and animal tissues and convert them into a dark-colored substance called humus. Decomposers help in maintaining the supply of nutrients to the growing plants in the forest. These microorganisms play an important role in the forest. The presence of humus ensures that the nutrients of the dead plants and animals are released into the soil. From there, these nutrients are again absorbed by the roots of the living plants. For example, fungi grow on decaying fruits and vegetables and convert them into humus. Some kinds of bacteria prefer breaking down meat or waste from carnivores. Actinolites only break down dead plants, including hard-to-break-down plants and the waste of herbivores. Worms are also considered decomposers as they act as scavengers. Decaying heap of animal dropping is a good source of nutrition for plants in the forest. The decaying animal dung also provides nutrients to the seedlings to grow. The animals also disperse the seeds of certain plants and help the forest to grow. Therefore, every component of the forest depends on one another. If we remove any one component, all the other components are affected. Role of forests. Role of forest is maintaining the balance between oxygen and carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. The forest plays an important role in maintaining the balance between oxygen and carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. As we know, plants for their food nutrition requirement use the process of photosynthesis, in which they consume carbon dioxide released by the living organism from the environment. As a result of photosynthesis, plants release oxygen, which is again consumed by living beings for respiration, and this cycle goes on. Role of a forest in preventing floods. The forests prevent floods in many ways. The forest acts as a natural absorber of rainwater and allows it to seep. In the deep forest, during heavy rain, the raindrops do not hit the forest floor directly. The uppermost layer of the forest canopy intercepts the flow of raindrops, making the impact slow. On the ground, it is absorbed by heaps of decaying leaves, etc. In the absence of trees in the forest, rain may hit the ground directly and may flood the area around it. Heavy rain may also damage the soil. Role of forests in preventing soil erosion. Roots of trees normally bind the soil together, but in their absence, the soil is washed away or eroded. Forest soil are natural absorbers of rainwater. They help maintain the water table. Forests help in bringing good rainfall. The trees of the forest lose a lot of water through transpiration, which evaporates, thereby causing rainfall. We get medicinal plants, timber, and many other useful products from forests. Many people live in forests, and forests provide them food, water, and shelter. Effects of deforestation. We should worry about the conditions and issues related to forests far from us, because the forests influence climate, water cycle, and air quality of planet Earth in a big way. Forests provide us with oxygen. If forests are cut down, the amount of carbon dioxide in the air will increase, resulting in the increase of the Earth's temperature. They provide habitat for a large number of animals. In the absence of trees and plants, the animals will not get food and shelter. They protect the soil. In the absence of trees, the soil will not hold water, which will cause flooding. Forests help in bringing good rainfall in neighboring areas. They are a source of medicinal plants, timber, and many other useful products.